Can these bones live again? That's the question God tosses at Ezekiel in the middle of a valley of death, a place filled with dry, dusty, and scattered bones. Now, Ezekiel didn't flinch. He didn't fake faith or throw up empty optimism. He just looked at the bones, and then he looks at God and he says, "Oh, Lord God, you know." Then the ground shook. Bone met bone, sinew met flesh, and breath-filled lungs that hadn't moved in ages began to move. Death turned backward. Life emerged victorious. Centuries later, though, the earth quakes again, not in a distant valley, but at a hill called Calvary. As Jesus breathed his last, the ground shuddered, rocks split, graves opened, and the temple veil tore from top to bottom. See, death's grip was shattered. What began in Ezekiel's valley roared to life at the cross. And then came the final quake. At a borrowed tomb on the third day, the ground shook, and Jesus stepped out forever alive. Death wasn't just undone, death was defeated. But here's the kicker. Romans tells us the same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. God's Spirit wants to breathe life into the deadest places. He wants to bring hope where despair has declared its reign, to bring a future where failure seemed final, to bring light where darkness has claimed victory. If the Spirit who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you, do you think there are bones in your past he cannot work with? Is there any valley, grave, or dry part of your soul beyond his reach? Absolutely not. The power that shook Ezekiel's valley, split the veil, and emptied the tomb is alive in you. Live in that resurrection power.